Somebody right now is about to spend $4,000 on a pizza oven she never experienced in real life. She never felt the heat come off the door when you open it, never heard the wood crackle inside, never smelled that first hit of smoke in the backyard. And she definitely hasn't tasted a pizza that came out of it. All she's got is her phone, a few photos, and a decision to make. That right there, that's our entire job. Get a total stranger from "I've never seen how this thing works in person" to "here's my money," without ever letting her touch it, hear it, or taste what it makes. There's a pretty well-known framework in marketing that every buyer moves through 6 stages before they buy anything. And they are awareness, consideration, evaluation, decision, purchase, and post-purchase, which is what happens after they buy. You've probably heard some version of this before. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. Every single one of those 6 stages gets a lot harder when the thing you're selling can't be touched, heard, tasted, or tried before checkout. So today, I want to walk you through all 6 of those stages, and I'm going to do it by following one buyer. We'll call her Sarah. She's about to buy that pizza oven, and by the time we get to the end, you will have a way of thinking about this that you can use for anything you sell that people used to have to walk into a showroom to experience or buy. Let's get started. Before we get into it, I want to give you a bit of context because it changes everything that follows. If you're selling a $30 phone case, nobody's brain is working that hard before they buy it. Worst case, they don't like it. Mildly annoying, but not a big deal. But a $4,000 pizza oven? That's a whole different kind of decision entirely. That's closer to how we think about buying a new car or a piece of furniture that's going to sit in your backyard for the next 15 years. The brain isn't looking to be persuaded here. It's looking for proof. It wants the risk gone before it commits. So keep that in mind for everything I'm about to say. At every single stage, I want you asking yourself one question. What would a showroom have given this person for free that I now have to give them through a screen? So, stage number 1, it's called awareness. Right now, Sarah has no idea your brand exists. And honestly, she's not even thinking about pizza ovens yet. She's probably thinking something more like, I really want to actually use our backyard more this summer. Or, we order pizza every single Friday. I wonder if we could just make it ourselves. She's about to type something into Google, or she's scrolling on her phone and something is about to catch her eye. At this stage, nothing is being sold yet, and nothing should be. This is where a lot of founders shoot themselves in the foot. They go straight for the buy now, free shipping message, aimed at someone who has never even heard their name before. Think about how that would land on a first date. It doesn't build trust. It pushes people away. So at this stage, your one job, is to earn a second look, not a sale. That starts with showing up for what she's actually searching. Not just pizza oven, something more specific. For example, best backyard pizza oven for beginners. The more specific the search, the further along that person actually is, even this early. It also means creating content that meets her in her actual life before she's thought about buying anything from you. For example, something like, we tried making our own pizza every Friday for a month instead of ordering in. That type of content earns attention without asking for anything back. And even here, at this very first touch point, you can start selling the senses she can't have yet. A 3-second clip of flame licking the inside of that dome does more than 3 paragraphs of specs ever could. Remember, you are selling a feeling she can't touch yet, so you show it to her instead. All right, stage number 2. It's called consideration. Now Sarah knows you exist, but she's not comparing brands yet. She's still deciding whether this whole idea of $4,000 oven in her actual backyard is even realistic for her family. This is homework mode. And this is the stage where the missing senses hurt the most. Here's the mistake almost every high-ticket product page makes. It lists the specs, dome size, cook time, what fuel it uses, which are all important, but it completely skips the question actually running through her head, which is, what is it like to actually own this thing? So this is where you start replacing, one at a time, everything a showroom used to hand her for free. Sound. A 10-second clip of the wood crackling. The door swinging shut. That tells her brain something a spec sheet never will. This is real. This is satisfying. This is something people gather around. Smell. And I know you can't pipe smoke through a screen, but you can film someone's actual reaction to it. A guest leaning in, closing their eyes for a second. Our brains borrow reactions we can't have ourselves. That's a real thing, and you can and should use it. And then taste, which for this product is the whole payoff. A close-up of the crust bubbling. Cheese pulling as someone takes a bite. That single shot is doing more selling than any paragraph of copy you could write. And if you can't get this type of content yourself, ask your customers. We're going to talk about this shortly. For scaling and heat, that matters too. A real person standing next to the oven, hand held near, that answers a question she hasn't even said out loud yet. How big is this thing actually? And how much heat am I dealing with back there? And honestly, just offering a real human to talk to matters more than people think. So include a simple book a 10-minute call option on that page. She's used to get that from a salesperson for free, just by walking into a store. Online, you have to offer it on purpose, or it doesn't exist. So if I could leave you with one thing to go check this week, it would be this. Pull up your own product page. Count how many of the senses that actually matter here, sound, smell, taste, touch, it's actually trying to represent. And if the answer is 1, you've just found your next project. All right, moving on to stage number 3. It's called evaluation. Now Sarah is comparing. Maybe against a competitor, maybe against a cheaper box store kit, maybe even against just not doing this at all and going back to ordering delivery on Fridays. This is the stage where trust in you specifically gets decided. And the mistake here is leaning entirely on star ratings. A 4.8 average tells Sarah nothing about whether her backyard, her family, her actual Friday nights are going to go the way she's picturing them. While you do need these reviews, in addition to that, what works really well is real stories. Something like, the Ray's family turned Friday takeout night into a backyard pizza night. That lets her picture herself in it, instead of just trusting a number on a page. Before and after visuals do a lot of work too. For example, an actual backyard empty and then that same backyard a few weeks later, mid-pizza night. That's about as close to proof as you can get. And don't be afraid of an honest comparison. Something like our oven versus a $300 box store kit, and what actually changes at that price point. That builds more trust than pretending the cheaper option doesn't exist, because she's going to compare you anyway. You might as well be the one who framed it fairly. And then There's the FAQs that actually answer what she's embarrassed to ask out loud. Can I really get a good crust as a total beginner? How much wood does one pizza night actually use? Will this survive a Canadian winter? Answer those and you're quietly closing objections instead of quietly losing visitors. So for this stage, your homework is this. Write down the 3 questions your team gets asked most right before someone buys. If those answers aren't already sitting on the page, that's what you are going to build next. All right, moving on to stage number 4, decision. Sarah, at this stage, she's made up her mind. Mentally, she's already bought it. This stage is really just about whether the checkout confirms that decision or introduces a brand new doubt at that exact moment that she was ready to commit. And this is where a lot of premium brands quietly undo all the trust they've just built. The product experience felt high-end, and then checkout feels generic. No visible security, no options to pay over time on a $4,000 purchase, no clarity on how something this heavy actually gets to her backyard. Payment flexibility matters a lot here. Something like Shop Pay Installments can be the difference between her bookmarking the page to think about it and actually buying today. Put your guarantees right next to the buy button. Warranty length, return policy, right where the doubt actually happens, not 3 clicks away on some policy page nobody reads. And be upfront about delivery. Tell her how a heavy oven actually ships, whether she needs to assemble anything before she clicks buy, not only in a confirmation email after the fact. That quiet uncertainty, how does this giant thing even gets to me, is a real reason big purchases get abandoned right at the finish line. So try this. Walk through your own checkout like you're a total stranger about to spend $4,000 or even more. Notice the exact moment you would hesitate. And that is the moment that you're going to fix next. All right, stage number 5. That is the stage of purchase. That's the stage we all love. Sarah just spent real money on something she has never seen in person. And somewhere in the back of her mind, there's a little voice asking, did I just make a mistake? And with something this expensive, that voice is louder, not quieter, than it would be for a small purchase. This is called buyer's remorse. The mistake is treating the sale like the finish line. Silence after checkout is honestly the worst thing that can happen here because it leaves that doubt with absolutely nothing to answer it. So give her something specific right away, not just order received, but her actual oven, what happens next, roughly when, a short sequence over the next few days, something like your oven ships in 5 to 7 days, here's what unboxing and your first buyer is going to look like. That replaces anxiety with anticipation. And a small, unexpected extra goes a long way here. A pizza peel, a starter recipe card, the right bundle of wood, it barely costs you anything, and it does a disproportionate amount of work confirming, yes, you made the right call. It also gets her to that first pizza faster, which matters a lot for what comes next. So, go read your own order confirmation email like you're Sarah, having just spent $4,000. Does it calm the nerves or does it read like a receipt? And lastly, stage number 6 is called post-purchase. The oven has arrived. The first few pizza nights have happened. And this is the stage where a one-time buyer either quietly disappears or becomes someone who sends you the next Sarah. For a purchase this considered, that referral is often your cheapest, most trustworthy source of new business. And the mistake almost every time is no follow-up at all after delivery. These are people who researched for weeks before buying. They're often your best source of content and referrals, and most brands never even ask them. A real check-in works better than any automated review request. Something as simple as, "Hey, how did the first pizza turn out?" People respond to being talked to like a person, not a line item in a database. So an idea here is to build a private community, a group where owners swap dough recipes and wood tips does more for retention and word of mouth than another 10% off email ever will. And this is where the whole thing loops back on itself. Sarah's actual backyard pizza night, filmed by her, is more persuasive to the next stranger than anything you could produce in a studio. Your happiest customers become the proof your next round of content needs. So, pick your 5 happiest recent customers. Personally reach out and ask how it's going. See how many say yes to a photo, a quote, or a short video. And then add that to your product pages. Before I wrap up, I want to say something that matters more than any of the tactics I just walked through. At every single one of those 6 stages, in a physical showroom, you were the fix. You were the one answering the objections. You were the one who reassuring at checkout. You were the follow-up call. And that's not a flaw in you, that's actually proof you're already good at this. You've been doing all 6 of these stages in person for years. The work now isn't learning how to sell. It's learning how to build those 6 stages into your website and your systems, so they can happen without you standing there every single time. And that's not a small shift. That's the difference between a business that only runs when you're physically there and a business that can sell and support and follow up whether you're at the store, on vacation, or asleep. A lot of the founders we work with didn't get into this business to be chained to one location 7 days a week. Fixing these 6 stages isn't just a conversion project. It's what actually makes it possible to step back from the counter without the whole thing falling apart. That's the real prize here. Not just more sales, a business that gives you your life back. So, there are 6 stages: awareness, consideration, evaluation, decision, purchase, and post-purchase. Sarah moved through all 6 of those before she even tasted a pizza from that oven. And at every single stage, the question underneath it was the same one. What did a showroom used to give her for free, and how do I give her that through a screen? This week, your action task is this. Pick one stage from this video, just one. Go look at how it's actually working on your own store. That's the whole assignment. If this was useful, please like and subscribe, because next time I'm going deeper into stage 2, the stage of consideration, and specifically how you sell, taste, smell, and sound through a product page when all you've got is a screen. I'll see you in the next video.